Hello. So my thought of the week isn't actually a thought. I just found out one of my newly favored actresses is playing Audrey Hepburn in the remake of Breakfast at Tiffany's. I've never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, but I'm actually proud of myself that I want to watch it because I've gone through a phase of watching only movies with Black actresses or actors. Growing up, all I had was white shows to watch. Brady Bunch,
Yeah.
Leave It to Beaver, Happy Days. So during COVID, I was introduced to more Black movies, and I was like, oh. So since then, I've been watching, trying to find as many Black movies as I can, but I still watch shows with white actors, white actresses. Um, but yeah, I'm just so interested in wanting to see Breakfast at Tiffany's. Although I've heard of it, I don't think I've ever watched it though. But I'm just so interested now because it's Lily Collins from Emily in Paris. And I love Emily in Paris. So I'm
Mm,
just excited to watch it. That's my thought of the week.
okay. Yeah. I love black art, but I think all types of art from different races, like it that can still be appreciated and consumed by us too.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Okay. So my thought of the week is about um the news that Caddo Parish and Bossier Parish are getting three um Amazon data centers. It's a $12 billion investment. Jeff Bezos is working with SWEPCO, which is the company that pretty much owns the entire grid in this area of the state. Um, I don't agree with data centers. I think that they are very environmentally irresponsible. I understand that we are in a like era of AI and data and like technology and it continues to grow. But I,
Yeah.
th- I think that, like I said, I just think it's irresponsible environmentally, and I think that there are other ways. I'm not saying that we can't ever use AI. Um, I just feel like there should be ways around doing it that are better for the environment. Um,
So you just disagree with it being there or
I
just
disagree with them being anywhere
anywhere?
because these data centers aren't small facilities,
Yeah.
massive facilities that use billions of gallons of water a day. So my issue with it being out here in Shreveport, Caddo Parish and Bossier Parish, so it's three centers. There's one off of Greenwood Road out there in Caddo Parish. It's one kind of like North Shreveport area, Blanchard area, and then there's one like that's gonna be off of Benton Road out here in Bossier Parish. So my issue with it, like I said, it's very environmentally irresponsible because these data centers use massive amounts of electricity also. It causes bad air quality, bad water quality. Caddo Parish specifically already has enough like bad water quality. It's just it's irresponsible. Louisiana needs actual reform and not billionaires doing billionaire things and lining their pockets in the name of data and AI. It's just capitalism being dangerous as it continues to be. But Cattle Parish needs jobs, and that isn't going to create any long term jobs. Cattle Parish needs community investment and affordable housing and all of that. And the other issue is that SWEPCO has monopolized the grid system in this area, and it's already deficient.
Mm.
The wind blow the wrong way, and the power.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So
I remember.
my electricity bill and Caddo Parish electricity bills are going to go up to support 3 data centers. Our water supply is going to go down, but I bet you when the storm comes, they're going to keep that data center running and they're going to cut power to the citizens
Oh, definitely. Like you said, capitalism at its finest.
at its finest. There is a petition going around, so if y'all want it, I can post the link. And then there is also a data center meeting March 3rd at the Blanchard Town Hall from 6 to 7:30 that I will be showing up to. So hopefully if you're from Bossier Parish, Caddo Parish or whatever, pull up and try to petition and make our voice heard to try to at least slow this process down. That's my thought.
So we're back with another episode. This is episode 4, and we are touching on our bond, where it comes from. How did we get such a close bond? Was it intentional? Was it accidental? Okay, so we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to lead this conversation. So the title is How We Built This Bond. So I'm going to begin with a backstory, and I think I've talked about it before or touched on it, yeah, a few times in our past episodes about my upbringing and how my parents were they parented different from how I parent. And I can say it wasn't accidental for me. So I distinctly remember after giving birth to my first daughter, first giving birth to Dev, I just remember me thinking or saying, I'm not going to be the parent that my parents were.
Mhm.
So it wasn't accidental. And I could say I have a good relationship with all of you, right?
Yeah.
You think I do, right? So, so you're not that special is what I'm saying.
Let them other siblings tell it I'm your favorite.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm just joking. You know you're my boy. You know you my only boy that I gave birth to. Liddy is my son also, but I gave birth to you. So we have that bond already. And although you're a mama's boy, you weren't always a mama's boy because your daddy, and I know we told you the story, when you were a baby, fresh baby,
Yeah.
how he would take your hands and rub it in his face.
Uh-huh.
After you came out, I think your first bond was with your daddy.
Mm.
Um, but that evolved to you being a mama's boy. But that's okay, right? um, before I'm getting ahead of myself because I want to talk about and I don't want to get emotional because I've told you before how the devil tried to take you twice,
Yeah.
right? So once when I was pregnant with you, I can say I considered abortion, but baby, that dream I had, Whew. That was God telling me, "Oh, no. Oh, no, you're not doing that. You're not doing that." And so after he was born, we found out 5 months into
I think it
his
was sooner than that, huh?
you were born in September, y'all came to Louisiana in February.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you were 5 months when he had to be rushed to the hospital because he had 2 holes in his heart that we found out later. And years after that, found out that he was 12 hours from dying. And so just knowing that, it makes me grateful and thankful because I believe he's God's son. God is just entrusted me to take care of him on earth. And I think I've done a good job. Me and your dad. I know everybody has a purpose, but that just shows me that God has something special for you to do. Okay, so I just kind of took some notes on things I can remember when he was growing up that helped to create our bond. But I also wrote some notes on how you were my most difficult child. You hated school just about every year.
I
Mama, I
hated
hate
it.
school. I
I
hate
still
school.
hate it now.
Every year. I'm like, oh well, Divine, you got to do it. Oh well. Um, always complains, and I could say he is my most intellectual child. You and Danae kind of running
Yeah.
a close race.
I still got a beat.
um, but and that's why I used to punish you for making too many B's.
Y'all hear
So
that, huh?
he not D's as in dog, B's as in boy. He got punished for making too many of them because Devon should have been a straight A student. But he still finished with honors. He still finished with an A average.
3.7.
So
3.
could have been a 4.4
I wasn't trying to do that much
with
work.
those honors classes. Yeah, I know. I know. So that uh, at church, oh my gosh. How many times, oh my gosh, I stayed fussing at you. You was slumped over in church. Oh boy. My gosh, you used to get on my nerves. My gosh, just about every Sunday I was correcting you. And you got in more trouble, especially when you were younger. You caught more whoopings than any of the others. You were just difficult. And I think you still are.
You
I
still
think
think
you
I'm
still
difficult?
yeah. Yeah, in certain situations, yes, you are.
I'm very
But
easygoing.
boy, please. You didn't steal it. I tell your daddy all the time, "Oh my gosh, yes,
No,
you didn't steal it."
I don't think I'm daddy difficult. I think I'm you difficult. I think I get my
What?
difficultiness from you.
Uh, explain that, please.
I think that maybe maybe when it comes to like my marriage specifically, maybe I'm difficult. I know as being a parent, I'm difficult like you. I be fussing at the
Oh,
kids
what you mean
or
different?
like doing stuff with them. Like I know I get on their nerves.
So so you telling me I got on your nerves? That's what you said?
Nah, you usually got on everybody nerves.
Uh, and you know what? I don't remember your daddy being as difficult as he is now. He wasn't like that when y'all
No,
were
I
younger.
I know we had that conversation too. He wasn't as difficult as he is now. He wasn't that way when we was coming up. He was a lot more easygoing.
He was. What
Yeah,
happened?
nah, he old now.
Come
I
on
think he
now.
know
I'm older than your
everything. I
daddy.
gotta
Don't
raise him
even
now.
play. That too. Definitely that. So, but like I said, you were my most difficult child. But sometimes I just chalked it up to you being a boy. Um, being around those girls before Lil D came. But like the others, I disciplined you and I would talk to you. Did I talk to you before or after? I think I talked to you after.
Um, think mostly after.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I talked after with all of y'all. You know, whoop that butt and then talk to you afterwards and dared you to hold a grudge. Ain't that something?
I know. I couldn't even be mad about getting a whooping.
Because I was just so loving afterwards, was I?
I mean, looking back on it, yeah, you were. At the time, being a child, like I didn't want that.
Yeah. I get it.
Like
I get it.
it's like you just whooped me. Now you don't come talk to me like you care about me. But I mean, like, obviously being a parent now, like I understand it.
But you understand that now.
Yeah.
But that's crazy because I tell you, I'm like, Devon, you don't need to whoop him. You don't need
I
to whoop
know.
him.
I don't know why
Just
you be
punish
telling
him.
me that.
And that's crazy, huh?
You be
All
like,
the
he don't need
whippings
to
you
whoop.
got?
But yeah, I be in my head. I'd be like, y'all should have told yourself that. Nah.
That just shows that just shows my growth.
Yeah.
It really
Which I
does.
understand.
Mhm.
But like I said, as a parent now, I understand disciplining your child, but also going back and talking to them, out of love.
Yes.
And I know they don't. I know they can't. Like if they get in trouble and then we talking to them out of love, I know they probably be like, "Why you? I don't want hit. Like you just fussed at me."
Yeah,
But
but
I
you
don't care.
can
I don't care. You gonna get this love though.
exactly. You gonna get this love. Okay, so I talked about how difficult you were, but I also was able to remember and to reflect on how you always reciprocated my affection.
Mhm.
You remember?
Mhm.
And I remember at a school function or whatever, dropping you off and leaving, and you weren't afraid to give me a kiss on my cheek in front of your friends or whoever. Now, I say you were probably
Mhm.
I think at least a park. You were in elementary, but it never changed. Like I never tried to when you got older, high school, to try to kiss you in front of your friends or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But you hugged me. You still showed me affection and that never stopped. So
Mhm.
that's one of the things that keeps us close, our affection.
Mhm.
And the physical affection comes from the emotional
Mhm.
affection.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I don't know if I really thought about it like as a child or a lot of stuff now that I think back to in my childhood. It was just me just being in a moment. It's not something that I like processed or whatever. I don't care if my friend see me hug my mama or give my mama a kiss. Like Like, that's my mama, you know?
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
now everybody used to be like, "Oh, your mama's so nice." I was like, "Yeah, you don't live with her." But but, but no,
But you
like, it was I mean, that's really just what it was. Like, I didn't feel no way about showing my parents, like, affection in front of other people
but it was
because
normal to you.
it
It's not
and that's
like
what it was, like, it was normal for us. So,
yeah,
it wasn't that's why I say, like, it wasn't even something that I, like, honestly, like, really consciously thought about. It was
yeah,
just normal, and I didn't care, to do that in front of other people.
yeah. Yeah, I see if we started it
Right.
when you were in 5th or 6th grade,
Mhm, yeah.
then yeah, I would expect that, but that was normal behavior, so you didn't see that being out of the norm. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but did you see others, mother-son relationships like that? Can you think about it?
There's some friends I could think about right now that, of course, like, that their mom I remember seeing their mama, like, hug them and give them a kiss and stuff like that too, so
Yeah.
but,
It
yeah,
wasn't a whole bunch though,
it wasn't a
like you
whole bunch,
said.
though.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I do remember, like, people kinda mentioning or asking, like, in so many words, it don't make you feel the way, like, giving kissing your mom, giving your mom a kiss, or, like, your mom giving you a kiss or hugging you in public. I'm like, "No, that's my mama," I only got one mama.
Exactly, and like you said, is in no way condemning people for not doing it,
Right, yeah.
because people show love
In
differently
different kind of ways, yeah.
in
It's
different
just what
kinds
was
of
normal
ways.
for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing that stood out, and also, I think that we talked about it, I think in the last one, or the one before, about, you actually come and, get into bed with me when your dad was at work,
Mhm.
and we joke about it, but to me, that's really special to me
Mhm.
because if I didn't want you or Danae in the bed with me, I would have said,
It
"No,
was times when
no,
you was
no, I'm
like, "Y'all
sleeping
ain't
by
sleeping with
myself."
me tonight."
Oh, there were times when I told y'all, "Yeah, I just want to sleep by myself tonight."
Mhm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, yeah, but it was never like, "Oh, no, y'all not sleeping with me." No, I think it's just a special bond between a mother and son. It's not always a special bond between a mother and son, just
Right.
like it's not always a special bond between a mother and a
A
daughter
daughter or a father and son or
or a
father and
father
daughter.
and son, exactly. But for me, because of my background, um, I know that it was intentional.
Yeah, so I guess to that point, like, the closeness that we had, when I was coming up, uh you say, you when you had Dev, you thought, like, Imma be a different parent than my parents were to me. As you were, like, parenting me and developing, like, our relationship, it wasn't something like you didn't think back to, like, "Oh, well, my mama was like this with my brothers, so let me not be that way or let me be that way," or whatever.
No, because honestly, I can't recall specific interactions between them that makes me think, "Oh, okay. Oh, like she's a good mom to my brothers," or, "Oh, okay, I don't wanna do that with my
Yeah.
son." Yeah, it was just never I can't recall.
Mm.
Um, yeah, but, it was what it was. But fast forwarding to our adult relationships. So you think we've always had good communication?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. So you remember times when we didn't communicate?
Oh, I remember those too. Yeah. Um, I know we had good communication, but I think that we were alike in some ways, so we kinda also did butt heads about stuff, or you would get, like, um, overly sensitive about certain things. Um, but, specifically one of the times I remember, like, when I was in college and, I was dealing with that girl and she would always had me mad about something, and I forget exactly what happened, and you said something about some situation,
Okay.
and I got upset, and we didn't
Mm.
talk for what, like 3.5, 4 days? And I remember, like I said, daddy being like, "You better talk to your mama."
Oh,
And
okay, alright, I think okay. Yeah, we've talked about that one. I thought it was something different.
no, I got another one.
Oh, I wanna hear another one. Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't know if you remember,
What?
but you remember me and you getting into it when I was living in my apartment in Bossier, when you, daddy, and Jada came visit?
No.
You don't remember that?
Refresh my memory. No.
I don't even remember what we got into it about. I don't even it was nothing serious. We didn't
Uh-huh.
really get into it, but we was talking about something, and I think I had said something that you didn't like, and
Okay.
like I said, I don't remember what it was about, but I had said something that you didn't like, or you said something I didn't like, and I responded, or vice versa, or whatever, and it put daddy in the middle, and
He always
he was trying to play mediator between me and you. Like, well, Devon, no, like your mama said this, but she ain't really like, mean it that way. And he like, well, Missy, like, he said that, but you gotta understand what he meant or whatever. It's funny that he'd playing mediator when we always confused about what he trying to say. But we was watching TV and you gotta say you went showered and like got in the bed and all of that, and we ain't like hash it out until the next morning.
Uh, that's good, 'cause, I don't remember everything, but that goes to show you that we're not trying to portray like we have this perfect relationship, but talking about the issues that we have had is the genuine
Yeah,
connection.
it has that's a part of the bond that we have.
Exactly. And so I'm about to tell you one thing that I remember not too long ago. It had to be last year. I didn't call you, and I'm pretty sure you felt it. I think I talked to you about a situation, and you were just like your usual self, just stubborn. And so I think I probably didn't call you probably for a couple of days, 2 or 3
Mhm.
days,
Yeah, I
because I
remember.
was trying to, like, give you some space, but
Mhm.
also for me to be like, "Okay, you know what? Just let it play out without it getting too serious." You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
So we have those moments still. No relationship is perfect, but like I said, that's what makes it genuine.
Yeah, we don't fake it. It's just that
Yeah,
just is
exactly.
who we are. Like our bond was just built on genuine love and care for one another.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's regardless of the times that we don't get along or had disagreements or times growing up as a kid where like I'm like my mama getting on my nerves right now.
Yeah.
Mm, You overreacted when you told me I couldn't eat when I was fixing myself some food and you came tickling me and I move your hand out the way and you would have swore I raised my fist at you.
You did.
Or,
I'm
like
sticking by it.
even
I'm sticking by it. That's my story, and I'm
yeah.
sticking by it.
Even another time I was being petty, but I think it was when I had that project due when I was in the 10th grade, and I did it with
Oh.
I did it with crayons.
After after I went to Michael's and spent about 20 something dollars or almost $30 on supplies,
Uh,
and you got mad about something I said, went in the room, came out a half an hour later maybe with the project done in just crayons. Oh my gosh, boy, that was petty. Yeah, you were being petty. Is that when I put you on your knees?
I think so, actually.
Yeah, 'cause you were in high school.
I
Were
was
you in
like
high school?
15. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had to put you on your knees because I couldn't whoop you no more.
No, because you had tried that early in the year, and you hit me with the
Yeah.
belt one time, and I just turned around and looked.
I'm like,
And you
"Oh,
was
okay, all
and
right."
you got upset about that. You was like, "Oh, all right. Okay, all right. I see how it is now. I gotta start putting my hands on you."
Put my hands on you. You were what? Were you was 6 feet then? 5,
Pretty much, almost.
5'10"? And I'm what, 5'1"? Oh, okay, Negro. All right. Oh.
But, like, I think our bond is just built on genuine love and care, and, like, with that comes the communication and the honesty and the obviously, that comes to, like, us butting heads and stuff sometimes too.
Yeah.
But, um and, like, for me, it's just I know most people can attest to feeling this way, but as a child, you don't really understand the impact of your parents being in your life, specifically as a as a boy growing up, like having your mom there is like the first woman in your life to receive real, genuine love from.
Mhm.
Obviously, I went through my things or whatever, and you get older and you kind of like make your own decisions. But I realized as a child how important that was because I think it saved me from having failed relationship after failed relationship or
Yeah.
looking for like, oh man, like my mama wasn't in my life, or my mom was in my life, but she was horrible. So now I'm about to look for love from this person and that person, this person and that person,
Mhm. Mhm.
you know. Or also growing up, you just realize the importance of having that. So like I didn't think about it at the time as I got a little bit older into my teenage years, but for the most part, I never thought about the importance of it.
Yeah.
But now as an adult, as somebody with my own kids, as somebody
Mhm.
who gets to witness like the relationship that my wife has with my boys,
Mhm. Mhm.
then that makes me think back to like, okay, like they are getting that. I can see the resemblance and like the similarities of how like me and your relationship was growing up when I see my boys with Aaliyah.
Yeah. That's good. That's another thing. Devon is sensitive. Y'all don't know it. I'm telling you. He is very sensitive. He tries not to show it, but he is. And I think that's another reason for our bond because I'm also sensitive. He said
Mm.
earlier he got some things from me, and that's one of them. Um, he's sensitive and he's loving. He's just stubborn along with that, So just trying to balance that out is you're loving, you're kind. He gets along with everybody, all different kind of people. Like race doesn't matter, gender doesn't matter, and just seeing that in you, and I admire that about you. I always used to say, "Oh yeah, Devon have friends, ghetto white friends."
Mhm.
uppity black friends, like you just had a wide range of friends because that's your
And my
personality.
and my best friend is a woman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gender doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter. That's my sweet boy. It's my baby. Uh, so I hope just a little bit of what we shared, you can see our closeness and how it was developed. Because, like I said, it wasn't by accident. So not only was I intentional about it, God definitely helped along the way.
Yeah, and I think that also too, like, and I know we had kind of mentioned this maybe in the first episode, I don't know, but the development in our relationship has also gone from just mother and son still, but I also look at my mama as like a friend to me too.
Mm.
Although when I was growing up, she used to say, I'm not your little friend, but now she is my little friend.
I'm your little friend, huh?
Mhm.
I'll take that.
Obviously, as expected, but it definitely blossomed into more of an like I say, still mom and son, but more so like just mom and son adult relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I understand. Okay, we're going to close it out with our questions, and I'm going to start. What's one thing you never want us to lose?
Um, so I guess one thing I think of like right off the bat is the physical like display of affection.
Mhm.
Um, because like everything else it is what it is. I can't really see myself like coming back home or y'all coming out here or us going somewhere or whatever, and then like me seeing you and not like giving you a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, because even now as a grown man, one time that y'all were up here, I laid down on the couch and laid my head in your lap. So,
Mhm.
like I think that part for me would be something I wouldn't want to lose because that's what we do. I couldn't really fathom going home and not like hugging you or you hugging me or whatever. Um,
Yeah. That would be totally weird for me. I'm gonna answer that question too. I think that's definitely one of them. Um, would never want to lose that physical affection
mhm,
with you, and also communication too.
mhm,
I don't care if we disagree. I want to have communication with you, talk about the difficult things. Okay, so one more question. If I'm gone one day, what do you hope you remember most?
hmm. That's tough because I try not to even think about that. Even through my childhood, through like the stupid stuff I did, through the stupid stuff in my adulthood that I went through, and like as I got older and stuff, I guess just knowing like I could always count on my mama to be there.
Mhm.
So I think that's what I would remember or just kind of like take solace in
Mhm.
because, like I said, like we had mentioned before, um, like y'all been everywhere since I've been in the military. Y'all been everywhere I've been.
And that
Um,
was what actually one of my bullet points in my notes, always there for him. But I'm
hmm
glad you said it. I'm glad you recognized that too.
yeah, I don't feel like I can't call you when I need something or whatever. about 7 years ago almost at this point. I told you like, "Hey, y'all want the kids for the summer?" And then I called you back a couple weeks later. I was like, "Oh, I need you like need them like right away."
Yeah.
We just ended and I need them to be down there in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
you coming to Georgia when I was out there by myself and I had dating at Josiah for that week or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, just that really knowing that, um, as a man with my own wife and like my own children, still knowing that like I could call on on my parents, but specifically I could call on my mama to still
Mhm.
be there for me is what I'll probably like find solace in.
Building this relationship.
Hmm.
So for you, it was, I think I could say unconsciously
Yeah,
intentional?
it was unconsciously intentional, but now as an adult who understands, like I said, the relationship, the importance of my relationship with my mama, it
Mhm.
is it's very intentional now for me to maintain that. Like I'm intentional now about like some of the conversations we have, and sometimes I realize, oh snap, I ain't talked to my mama all day today. But yeah, now it's intentional. When I coming up, it was very like unconsciously intentional.
Yeah.
But now I'm very conscious about it now.
Good. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We just wanted to give you a little more insight into our relationship, and we're going to share more as the episodes go on. See y'all on the next one. Be
All right.
good. God bless.
Appreciate. See y'all.